Hey, so gonna show you a GoPro video of the Ard Rock Enduro, my second ever Enduro. Yeah, just gonna show you my lines, talk you through what happened. A lot of mad stuff happened. But if you're short on time, there's a shortened video, click here. But yeah, let's watch it. Cool, so yeah, main man Will Hart joined me in this race. He was not into Enduro, but I convinced him to do it. So here we go, stage one, straight off the start. Like, we practiced this stage once, and it's pretty flat start, and then straight into some bomb holes and stuff. It's pretty wild. Yeah, sponsors, gotta thank all the sponsors, you know. Put the logos up there. This turn was a nightmare. You had to jump a puddle over it to get into it. And then you can't see it here, but this straight after here is quite flat, and the headwind was like, it was crazy. It was so bad. You just like struggling. And it was just, yeah, it was pretty enduro, I'm not going to lie, as downhill. But then, as soon as you dropped in, it was like mega sick into a crazy old quarry. Sick, like switchback turns here. You can see him dancing around with the bike. Left, right. It was quite hard to remember where you're going after one run of practice, but yeah, it was just loving it. Actually, my rear brake wasn't working that well here, which is kind of annoying. It was like squeaking everywhere. I think I put some chain lube on and might have got a little bit of oil in there, so it wasn't great on that. But yeah, I absolutely love this stage. Still in the quarries in the top here. Just trying to remember where you're going, and yeah, just panting like a madman, really. Like, I was trying to go like, my like theory was to go kind of, because as a downhiller, I had a cheeky inside there actually, just nice inside. As a downhiller, I know my skill level is quite high from racing World Cups and stuff. I'm not saying Enduro's riders aren't as skillful, but I know they're a lot fitter than me. So I tried to kind of keep my heart rate down and go fast on the techie bits and just hit him with confidence, ready for the sprints, because I know like those boys like the top Enduros would just kill me on this sprint. Like, look at this straight here now, it's like, this stage was horrible, it was uphill. I think I had my dropper up for a little bit then, had to cross a stone wall, and it was just a slog. It was horrible. You just had to bury yourself and commit. And you know, like, I train for downhill mainly, and it's like, you train for like 6, maybe 15-second sprints at the most. This is nearly going on now 30, 40 seconds. So yeah, I was panting pretty hard on this one, but still it was sick. Nice little descent here. And then yeah, had another uphill here. It was absolutely mad. But yeah, sick. And then this is the longest stage. You go here, and then there's a cool line here now. Like, I remember seeing it in practice. You have to like hook up right here to set up, to go left here to go through this wall, and it carried like loads of good exit speed out of it. By here, I was pretty tired. This stone wall was really close, so you'll watch your shoulders on it. And then I had a sick inside here to set up for this turn. But yeah, then you carry on. More grassiness, more fun. Yeah, this bit was pretty sick. Into this right-hander here. Will, teammate, crashed there, the idiot. Lost loads of time. But yeah, I managed to get through good. By here, your heart rate's up. It's pretty long. You're about, what we're in, 3 minutes, 3.5 minutes. And then yeah, I caught up my first rider. So I was like, rider. And fair play, he moved out the way. He was like, real good guy. And then you're into this woods. The woods is sick. It's a lot greasier than it looks. It's like all fresh dirt. It was a really cool section. Old school, like oak woods. There's a good like line on the right into this turn. Caught up another guy here. Gave him a bit of shouting, and I had to kind of try and avoid him a little bit. Yeah, lost a little bit of time there, but it was all good. It was all fine. Into the next bit of an uphill sprint, and then I saw in the distance, I saw another rider, and I was like, oh no. I just didn't leave enough gap at the start, but the marshal was like, well, you've got to go now, kind of thing. So it was like, I was going to shout like to pass, but then I realised I was only probably like 20 metres, 30 metres from the finish. So yeah, you can hear me going, keep going, and like, yeah, it was a girl, fair play to her, she made it. So yeah, I got 5th in that stage, 4 minutes, 4 seconds. That is the longest stage on the course, and yeah, you're absolutely shattered. But I was stoked, I was loving it. Yeah, stage 2 now, beginning. I said there was headwind on the beginning of stage 1. This was insane. It was like slightly uphill, slightly boggy because it rained, and it was just like battling, and God, it was horrid start. But then like the rest of the stage is real sick, so I knew I just pushed hard through it, got through it fine, and then you're into this, more grassy stuff. It's not like mega technical for people who want to ride this enduro. As races go, this is quite a good one to do if you want to get started into enduro. Like there was like 5,000 people, whatever, on the weekend, or 2, or whatever it is. There's a lot of people, and it was a cool race. More headwind, more just flat out kind of tuck, pedaling, sprinting, and then into these turns. And then, because we only practiced this stage once, I was analysing the GoPro and I saw a line and I was like, shall I do it? I was like, oh yeah, I'll do it. So like it was here and I went like to the left of the bracken there and then cut back in here, and like that was the first time I ever hit that line, and like I don't think anybody else hit it. And it wasn't cheating, you know, I thought it was quite a clever race. Some people might say it's cheating, but it's within the tape and stuff, and I was happy with it. So yeah, it's not my fault they didn't tape it in or whatever. I just thought it was clever racing, to be honest with you. Got to make some time up somewhere. More uphill pedaling. But I think stage 2, this is probably my favourite stage of the weekend. It's just like really fast, open, put a smile on your face. Sprints weren't that long, it wasn't too bad. So we practiced it once the day before, and then you come in here now. It's a bit weird actually. On the practice day, there was like a big dirty bog into a drop, you see it on the left there. But they changed it for halfway through the race, which was kind of gutting. You can see here I'd never ridden this bit before. This was a totally new section they put in. But apparently, like halfway through the race, someone crashed really hard, which healing vibes to them and stuff, and then they ended up changing the tape. So I think that section was slower, so I lost a bit of time, which is a bit annoyed about, but what can you do? It's like someone's hurt themselves, whatever. Yeah, so I caught up more people there. I was like, between the tree there, past him there, and then this guy here, I was like, Ryder, and he got out of the way, did him. There was a sick gap here. I think I was the only one to do it in the race. But I'm showing you here, my mate Ray, who's in practice. He goes down mega hard doing it.
Yeah, that was a big one.
He was alright, luckily, but yeah, like he was on a plus bike, hardtail, crazy. So yeah, I catch up with another guy here towards the end, and I'm like, Ryder, but then I'm like, well, you know, there's only like 20 seconds left, 10 seconds left, and I didn't want to ruin his day, so I was like, keep going, giving him some help. So I got 5th in that stage, 2:43, definitely my favourite stages. Bit gutted they changed the tape, because like everyone that beat me got to ride the other line in the morning. That I think was faster, but there was no real way to time it. Stage 3, beginning on stage 3 now. This stage was sick, totally blind, pretty tired by here. We were, you know, like 2 hours in or something. Sick turns, but it was like mega boggy, but I love a bit of bog. I do like ruts and stuff. Coming into here, I was just like, yeah, bog, no idea where I was going. I was like going left to right on it, jumping up high into this turn here. It was, big smile on the face here. And now you can see now, I was like, why has no one gone inside there? So I went inside and I was like, jeez, and there was a load of rocks and stuff. Nearly died there, nearly threw it away. Could have destroyed my rims and stuff, but luckily got away with it. All good, you know, blood was pumping. I was just like, where am I going? Trying to, you know, this was like the first blind stage of race, so I was like real focused on like trying to lift my eyesight and like look real far ahead, because I've never done this race before. I guess you could have a bit of an advantage. I'll have a bit of an advantage next year doing it, because I'll know I'm going a bit more. But yeah, I love blind racing. It just gives like a little element more of excitement and stuff. But we're coming into a little bit flat here. Again, no idea where I was going, just going with the flow, just trying to go fast. This bit here nearly cost me the race. That if I'd have gone another foot there, I'd have gone out the tape, been over. Out of there, really hurt myself probably. But someone at the top luckily told me save energy, because there's a fire road section at the end, so I was like, where is it and stuff. This was a cool gully, shot down here. It was crazy big, like boulders rolling everywhere and stuff, and trying to see what line to do next and stuff like that. And then I was like, this is the fire road bit, and they were at the top saying, it's real hard, and I was like, this isn't hard at all, this is like slightly downhill, it's quite easy. So I was like, sweet, this will be nice, like I'll just keep going. And then you bomb in down here real fast, and then I was like, so where's the finish? And then I was like, came around this turn, I was just like, oh no. Like you can spot in the distance like how far away and how much you've got to go on the fire road. So I was just like, geez, I know I've got to like bury myself. And all I was thinking here, I was like, right, I'm not going to sit down. I'm going to just go for it, sprint as hard as I can, and just bury myself. Because I knew like there was like enduro boys, like, cause I'm not used to enduro and stuff, and I know like how much they train for sprints like this. This is like a minute sprint. So yeah, I just gave it my all, absolutely buried myself. Yeah, it's quite a long time. I'm still talking, I'm still stand-up sprinting, head's panting. You can kind of see the finish there in the gravel, and there's some water puddles and stuff. And yeah, I was just breathing out my ass here. This was pretty hard work, I'm not gonna lie. Still on this fire road, still going. Some cheeky flat right-hander here. Felt like I was in ages in the turn. And then I was like, oh sweet, finishes round here. But it's not actually between these posts, it's down there. So I was like, and I was sprinting. Thought I'd do, you know, cheeky wheelie towards a show-off thing. Second place. I was really surprised I got second in that stage there. Do a quick interview. Just finished stage 3, haven't we? Will definitely said all that there. Yeah, he was definitely shouted. You know, when you fart and you prove yourself. It was like, that's his words. Yeah, and I just remembered what he said and quoted it. Trying to do manuals on the liaison was quite fun. We were mega tired and just struggling. But yeah, stage 4. Bit of a ride up from this one. Again, racing it blind, no idea where we're going. And it's quite funny here at the start, and like so different to downhill, you know, where, you know, I raced World Cups downhill for years now, and like you start so dialed, you get up there like ages in advance, and like make sure you eat at the right time, all this stuff, and you're like boop, boop, go. Start of enduro races, you're literally just like just in a massive ride up here. Oh, I better go, I guess, and you're just chatting crap, and then you're like, yeah, sweet, let's go. You just go into it, and especially it's blind, it's absolutely mental. Like, yeah, so we're probably like 3.5 hours into the ride at this point. This stage was sick actually. It was like quite a cool gully. It's like really cool quarries here in Yorkshire Dales, North Yorkshire Dale. I don't know where it is, Yorkshire Dale somewhere. But mega tracks to be fair. I don't think you can ride them outside of the race. You can only do it in the Ard Rock, which makes it pretty special to be fair. But yeah, this gate, oh my god, it was close. Like, I just caught the end of my bar end on it, and I was like, ooh, it was horrible. I hate like tight gates and stuff. Running quite wide bars on my enduro bike. Yeah, so running quite wide bars. What's my setup? So I'm riding an orange stage 6. I absolutely love that bike. Been riding it since they brought it out. Did the release video. But yeah, absolutely loved it. On 150 on the back, 160 Fox, got an X2 on the back, 36 29er on a Magic Nary up front, hand stamped on the rear. Run like on 780 bars, something like that. Yeah. I chose to run a full face. You can run an open face. I just like the safety of it. But yeah, this bit was sick. Fucking ruts. You know how much I love ruts, and it was like boggy ruts. You can see I'm just loving it. I was like, oh, dag. Yeah. And then like forgot to look forward, and I was just like, oh, there's a turn here over a wall. And then yeah, it's all mega fun. Like it's cool riding stuff blind, and like you're sprinting, you're tired, but it's kind of cool. And I saw a line here, I was like, oh, I'll go up on the bank here. Dropped in here, and I was just like, on the brakes, like trying to stop for this turn. And then you go another sprint here, and I was like, oh, up on the bank here. It's really cool, like doing stuff blind, because like you just make up lines as you go. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't, and it's a real good skill to look up and see really. But this bit here at the end wasn't so good to look up, because you could see how flat it was, and I could see the trail, and I knew like, oh no, it's like another pain session of just burying myself in sprinting. So yeah, that's what I did. Just stood up, just absolutely caned it, just like panting up my ass. I'm not asthmatic, but I think I sound like I am quite a lot of the time when I'm going through this. Nice shoot here, and then I think there was like a right-hander to the finish. The poles are bloody close then. So yeah, third of that stage, and yeah, as you can see there, looking my best. tongue's out, looking lovely. Stage 5 now. This was a long liaison to stage 5, I'm not going to lie. It took ages, and me and Will didn't bring any rain jackets, and we got soaked. It hammered it down halfway through the liaison. It's horrible. It was like, oh, flipping out. So, but that was my fault. I didn't start early enough. If I'd have started with all the other fast boys, I wouldn't have got caught up with people, wouldn't have got rained on, and it wouldn't have, the stage 2 change wouldn't have changed. You know, when I said about they changed it for them. But my dropper post was broke, so I had to get it serviced. Thanks, Ram, for servicing it, though. But on that note, actually, it broke again on this stage. So we got wedged halfway down and up on stage 5 here, so I couldn't really sit down. Oh, and that there was like some doubles, and I just like was like, oh yeah, double. And I was like, that's a double. No, it's not. Absolutely landed to flat on it. But this stage is class again. It's quite kind of flat. It surprisingly rolls a lot better than you think. And I thought it'd be real pedally, but it wasn't as pedally as I thought. You just put a cheeky few pedal strokes in here and there, and you just keep looking for these arrows. Again, like, you're that far into the ride, like by now, like, it's almost survival, but you're still like going for it and stuff. But I think a crash here would just ruin everything. So I was kind of, I wouldn't say riding cautious, but just looking real far ahead. Cautious for me anyway. I'm not that kind of cautious person really. I just give it my all most of the time. Sick natural berm there. That bit was absolutely rad. And then you carry on going. You're into these gullies. No idea how long this stage was, so it was kind of like, do I like give it more stick or do I pace myself a bit more? I don't know. Blind crests, man. Like, the Ard Rock's got so many blind crests, and like, it's just real scary. But a lot of them, kind of, you know, they don't put in dangerous stuff, so you put trust in the organisers, and fair play to them. Like, most blind crests, there's like either a slight turn or a little drop off or something. Nothing that will kill you. But this stage was sick. Yeah, it was just really straight, really fast. 29 was a good choice here. It was like pulling real well, getting bucked everywhere there. And then I was just like right flipping gully, just sprinting. Look how fast those bushes are going past there. It's crazy. Like, natural berm at the end. It was so sick. Yeah, and third place. I was pretty happy with that actually. On the stage 5, stage 6, the last stage. Now, I missed practice for this stage. Everyone else got to practice it, just because I had some problems with my bike. I had to fix it and stuff. So I was racing it blind, and again, I said about the dropper. The dropper was stuck halfway. Me and Will were both really tired, and just like, yeah, let's do it. And it turned out to be an amazing stage. Like, almost probably is, yeah, my favourite, I reckon, almost. Just really fast, kind of old school racing, just real high speeds on grass. But again, I had no idea where I was going. So I was just relying on like instinct and like looking ahead and stuff, and yeah, like I just really enjoy fast stuff and things. So I got a bit carried away in this because I kind of let my hair down, you know, just got loose and kind of carried on. Here, yeah, this was sick. Like, you got onto a single track, and then there's kind of like loads of pumps and stuff. And I just saw a landing, so I think I pulled real hard. Where is it? There, I pulled real hard and made a gap. I was real stoked with. Everyone was like, yeah, doing a gap. So then I was like, yeah, my adrenaline was up. I was just like, yeah, coming towards the end. Like, I knew I had a good, 5 stages. I was like, right, let's give it some. So here I was racing it blind, but then again, didn't want to throw it away. Dig in deep, sprint, and then there's actually a fly off coming up because I had no idea. But look how blind it is here. So I slammed on the brakes and I was like, oh no, it's only like a 1 foot drop. So I sprinted off afterwards. I kind of lost loads of time there, like fucking mental. Yeah, I could have done way better. But then here I was like, oh, gap. And then I was like, oh, I can gap this. This looks sick. And I was like, no, brake check. Whoa, like that. And then you went over the bars. Gave you an instant replay there so you could look at it again. But yeah, that, my God, like that could have ended in hospital. I was like lucky to get away with that. Crazy noise came from my bike. I had no idea what it was. It turned out it was that much of an impact. It actually collapsed the bearing in my hub. It's pretty nuts really, isn't it, when you think about it. But yeah, managed to just kept going. Got to the end, got 4th in that stage. I think I was like 2 seconds down on the lead, which if I'd have practiced, I reckon, ego's coming out here, but I reckon I I reckon I'd have smashed it. But yeah, stoked for me, Will. Finished it. Took 5.5 hours. It was, yeah, long, epic day. Oh, it was just such a good event and big festival thing, you know, sick. So yeah, they're my stage times. Fifth, second, third, fourth place overall. So I was pretty chuffed, to be honest with you, for my second ever enduro. It was just a really good weekend. Like, really enjoyed just being out there on my bike, having a good time with my mates. Yeah, I'd recommend you do it. It was a really cool event. And yeah, I might do a few more enduros. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But kind of gutted, like, they changed the tape on stage 2. I think I lost a bit of time there. But I don't want to moan about it. I'm already moaning about it. But yeah, I was like 2 seconds off third. And it's top 3 podium. So next time, I'm going to have it. Yeah, see how it goes anyway. Cheers for watching. We'll see you on the next course preview. Hopefully that wasn't too long and unbearable. Bye.